This video shows backtesting for the last 30 years on 4% rule with funds invested in Nasdaq 100 based index-based ETF QQQ and Vanguard total bond funds. My hypothesis is to have 5 years of expected withdrawals in bonds may be sufficient to ride out the stock market volatility. Rest can be invested in stocks to maximize the returns. Historically, stocks returned 8% and bonds around 3.85%. Initial assumptions are inflation will be at 3%, starting stock funds valued at 1.43 million and bond funds at 370k. Starting withdrawal amount is at $72,000. 1.8 million multiplied by 4% is 72,000. All the withdrawals will happen from bond funds to account for spending, and every year stocks return more than 4%. Bond funds will be replenished in order to have 5 years worth of withdrawals always available in bond funds. This amount will be at 1.25 times 30 years withdrawal amount. We'll be using last 30 years actual returns from Nasdaq 100 based index ETF, QQQ fund and Vanguard total bond funds for this backtesting. So we'll be using stock and bond returns from 1994 to 2023. Actually QQQ started in year 2000, so we'll be using S&P returns for the period 1993 to 1999. Year 1 starts with 1.43 million in stocks, 370k in bonds, and ends with a return of 38.9% for stocks, with stocks total reaching to 1.98 million, and bonds return negative 2.66 to take bond funds to 288k. Please note that 72,000 is withdrawn from bond funds. Year 2 starting amount 1.89 million after replenishing the bond fund with 92,700, which is 1.28 times the 74k, which is years 2's withdrawal amount. Year 2 stock return 37%, taking stock funds value to 2.61 million and bond funds return 18%, taking bond funds total to 359k. Year 7, 8, 9 are 6, 7, 8, 9 are down years, so no replenishment to bond funds. At one time, at its lowest level, it reaches to 1.16, much less than the year 1. Um, so this is one of the reasons why to have 5 years worth of withdrawals in bond funds to allow for downtime and recovery. At the end of 30 years, we'll be left with 8.34 million in stocks and 370k 7k in bonds. This backtesting validates that having only 5 years worth of withdrawn amount in bond funds at any given time may be sufficient to ride out the stock market volatility and increase the total returns. Please note that I am not a financial advisor. Please do your own analysis before taking any actions based on the information presented in this video. This video is for entertainment purposes only. For